Saturday, May 2nd, 1:12 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Wall Street's Money. Going to discuss here the end of the month review for people that want to invest dollar cost average mostly. It simply means you don't have to daily, weekly look at your portfolio. You could dollar cost average any given trading day, any amount you want with certain brokers. You can make a contribution, $10, $5, $7, $300, anytime you want during regular trading hours. That's a sweet deal. Or you can also sign up to have money withdrawn once a month, twice a month. That being said, we'll look at the monthly candles. I prefer at least once a month, the last trading day, the end of the last trading day, to look at those when they're completed. I don't need to look at it every week, every day. All these financial instruments I'm going to show you, there's stock ETFs that trade on them. You don't need a mutual fund, hedge fund, investment fund. You can buy them straightly from the market. The benefit of that is you're not paying a service fee to that broker, money manager, pay a little tiny exchange fee. So more money will work for you. Yeah, it's 2026. Why do people still choose mutual funds? Money managers taking fees. Some people are happy their fees are so small. Why would you want to pay any fee? They're taking a percentage, even when you're not performing equal or better than the market. So first, look at the major stock indexes. This is a 10-year chart. Each candle's a month. The S&P 500. So since we're already in the new month, one trading day occurred already. So this green candle here, that was the month of April. And that little tiny trading range to the right of that represents the first trading day of the new month. That will be each of these charts. So last month made the all-time new high for the year. Look at that big green body. That's extremely bullish candle. Nice. I wouldn't want to be buying at the highs. I'd rather be buying at the pullbacks. The S&P 500, the major stock index, financial institutions, and those in the know compare their stock portfolio to. The NASDAQ 100, same thing. Look at that huge green candle that occurred the month of April. So if you buy the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100 is part of it. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. It hasn't taken out the high of the year yet. The high of the year was back there. But last month made that big, strong green candle. This is also part of the S&P 500. The Dow Jones Transports. Look at that big green candle making the all-time high. It's part of the S&P 500. Has a big shadow, big wick on top. That's concerning. That's more of a rejection. The Dow Utilities, last month, the all-time high. Little body in the middle, big tills on the top and bottom. That's concerning. Might be a sign of distribution. The Russell 2000, not part of the S&P 500, but look at that big, strong green candle. Nice. Those are the major stock indexes. Let's continue. We'll go look at the yields. Look at several of the yields. U.S. Treasury yields. The 30-year one. Last month, happened to make that new high of the year. Yep. Tight consolidation here, too. Higher yields, higher interest rates. The 10-year yield. Last month also made that new high. The 5-year yield. Same thing. Last month made that new high. Got it? You have a pattern, yields going higher, interest rates going higher. And the 2-year yield. Last month also the new high. US dollar index. Last month made a lower high, lower low than the prior month, which was the high of the year. Dollar declining, lower highs, lower lows. Weaker dollar benefits the exports of manufacturers in the United States that export. Doesn't necessarily help your buying power. Instead, it's helping the other people that want to buy American products or services, their buying power to buy more. Look at the major currencies now, which are part of the US dollar. The euro. Did the inverse from the dollar? Here was the low of the year, higher high, higher low. Again, all these I'm showing you have stock ETFs. Japanese yen. Last month made the low for the year. It has not taken out the low back here on the left yet. This is a key level down here. If you're bullish, sweet spot to be looking to be part of the accumulation party. British pound. Big strong green candle last month. Nice big reversal. So let's again, the euro, that's the largest weighted currency in the US dollar. See the euro, big consolidation up here. Japanese yen, huge consolidation. And the British pound, huge consolidation. These three major currencies were in the consolidation. They're building a lot of energy for a breakout of the next trend, whichever way that is. Australian dollar, it's trending up. Look at that big green candle last month. Canadian dollar, big strong candle here last month. Actually, that one made a little bit, prior one made that low, so let me adjust that. That hollow yellow candle is equivalent to a green candle. And a Swiss franc, also inside candle. Go back to see. Yep, interesting. So major consolidation breaking out. Mexican peso. It's in a consolidation phase here. And Chinese yuan. So when this trends down, it's weaker for the dollar. So again, the Chinese yuan is gaining strength against the US dollar. Last month made the new low for the year. So again, that means the Chinese yuan gaining against the US dollar. Down here is a prior level. And crypto Bitcoin, green candle last month. In the consolidation phase down here off this trend down. Go over to commodities, the category of energy. Crude oil first. Big trading range, that inside candle there, that yellow one. I am in bullish positions, crude oil, using options. Natural gas, I'm in bullish positions using options. Last month made the new low for the year. Look at that wick on the bottom, till, buyer stepping in. Go in the next category. Metals. Gold. Look at that little tiny trading range last month, that inside candle, a little tiny. I am bullish position, gold with options. Silver, look at this, similar to gold inside. Copper, sorry, platinum, inside candle too. Smaller trading ranges than prior months. And copper, green. So major consolidation here on these trends up. Let's continue on to the next group of category commodities. Agricultural grains. Corn trending up. Rough rice, last month made an instant side candle. Wheat, yep, trending up. Soybean oil up strong for the year. Soybean meal, consolidation of big rejections up here on the wicks. And soybean inside this candle. Little trading range here, but lower high from the prior month. Now we'll go to the major stock sectors. The S&P 500, which I showed you, has several stock indexes in it. Well, it's made up of 11 sectors. XLB, last month inside candle, again, building consolidation up here. XLC, look at that green candle, higher high, higher low. Remember, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 both made new highs for the year last month. So let's see which sectors are outperforming. Energy, that big red candle last month, lower low, lower high. Financials, it actually is coming off a bottom, trending back up. Technology, yep, huge trading range last month. Look at that, extremely strong. So right now, this looks like the hottest sector, finally coming back into leadership. XOI, inside candle last month, big consolidation here. Consumer staples, green candle there, little trading range from the prior months. And real estate, that big green candle last month, amazing. Big consolidation here, and it's popping up. Again, this is very broad. You can look in here. It includes real estate commercial, real estate residential, not just builders, ones that also rent properties. Utilities, 2 months in a row inside candles after that big strong green candle. Healthcare, in a decline, lower lows, lower highs. Last month, new low for the year. XLY, that big green candle did a reverse. So majority of them are underperforming the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. And we'll finish this off by looking at the monthly of the Magnificent Seven. All these I'm about to show you are part of the Nasdaq 100. Apple. We haven't even taken out the high of last year yet. Nope. That was last month's candle right here. Amazon, last month, outstanding. Look at that big green candle. Took out the high of last year. Outstanding. So this orange vertical line, that's when this company stock was added to the Dow Jones. It's been part of the Nasdaq 100 for a long time, but it was just recently added to the Dow Jones. Remember, I showed you the Dow Jones has not made an all-time high last month, or versus Amazon did. Alphabet, Google, strong last month too. Meta, still below the highs of last year. Microsoft, still below the highs of last year, underperforming. NVIDIA, wow. Last month, it finally broke the highs of last year. This orange vertical line, that's when it was added to the Dow. So this took that long to finally break the highs of last year. Understand too, this year, last year too, the current executive branch bought with tax dollars, built out many companies. So we own some of these companies. So these companies, of course, are more successful because they're getting tax dollars. It's a way to call it goosing them up. Tesla, here's the high of last year. It's underperforming. And last month made a new low for the year. What's up with that, you know? I thought he had a BFF in the White House. Best friend forever. And again, the NASDAQ 100. So you could buy this stock index, be very diversified in 100 companies. Instead of buying those individual ones I just showed you, bigger range, well, you could do the S&P 500. And Netflix, let me show you that one too. Below the highs of last year. That's it. Just takes a few minutes, once a month. So if you've been doing the dollar cost average, I highly recommend you look at the leadership, continue investing in the leadership. If you're one of those I just showed you in that leadership role, nothing wrong with getting out of it and rolling it over to better leadership so your portfolio can outperform. If you're not outperforming, adult responsibility. Don't stay with those bad participants. The market doesn't care about you individually. Adult responsibility. Stay the course. Adjust when you need to. And see, we just recently had adjustments in the sectors and the indexes. Thank you as always, spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.